Hello, hello, hello. It's a brand new day, and this is our morning connection. How are you doing today? So glad you're here. I'm Skip LaCour for our morning connection. Starting off our day. It's very early. It's 2:30, 2:45 in the morning here on the West Coast. I live in California, United States. Very early in the morning, doing this broadcast, just checking in with you. I call it Morning Connection, just two men going through the journey of life. When you come on to this live broadcast, if you are around. And I also know that we have men from all over the world. So I know it's afternoon, it's nighttime where you are. Get on this broadcast, say hello. Tell me what you're getting out of these Morning Connection live broadcast. Just our chance, just connect two like-minded men going through the journey of life. I'm just here to remind you of who you are, what you're all about, moving forward. Just a little, focus and direction as I go through it too. We share it. Most men know me as the six-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder coach these days, coaching you to become more effective and efficient in the gym. I specialize in helping older men with busy, productive lives take control of their fitness at this stage of their life to get more out of it. Really, like I said, being effective and efficient with your willpower, focus, energy, and time, because those are limited resources and we have to use them wisely. And if you are driven and ambitious and you got a lot of things going on, I don't have to tell you how challenging it'd be to stay focused on all the things that you want and juggle all those things around, right? A lot of times it seems like we're going well in one direction, and when we do, it takes away from some of those other things. We got to go back to this. And this is just a way to just stay focused on whatever it is you want. When I do these morning connections, you're the first person I talk to in the morning. So I'm so glad I could spend this special time with you. I don't know about you, but in the morning, that's the most challenging time for me. I'm filled with ideas, emotion, fears, determination. It's not regulated quite yet here, just waking up for me within the last half hour or so. It's how I take control of my thoughts and emotions. How much vision, how much imagination do I have? It's for me, it's real critical, extremely important that I take control of that right from the very beginning of my day. And one thing we talked about that I'll continue to talk about is having a plan for what you're going to do before you go to bed at night. And you let that marinate overnight so you wake up with a plan in a direction. Did you have a plan when you went to bed last night? Are you getting in that habit? Are you finding it helpful? Let me know that. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and post them down below. I'm going to acknowledge you for being here for a little morning check-in, getting our minds right. If you have any questions, make sure that you ask me on yesterday's broadcast. Sometimes I'll just kind of come on just to keep the momentum going, just to check in with you and let you know what I've got going on, my day, what live broadcast, where I'll be, fitness and information, whatever it is, and it'd be where I'm going to be throughout the day, what I've got planned for you, and let you know what I've got planned too. But you know what was great was yesterday, Omid asked me about how many days a week that he should train. And a lot of times those questions, that's a great question. I guess I get asked that a lot. But doing this for so many years, 30 years plus, sometimes I miss some questions that are important that you need to know. And so I was here at 3 o'clock in the morning, and just an hour and a half later, I was in the gym doing my Workouts for Older Men live broadcast on Periscope, and that was the topic for yesterday's live broadcast. So I'm glad that Omid asked me that question, stimulated, and a lot of people benefited because I posted that here on Facebook, and also I posted it on some of my other social media platforms, and it was very well received. A lot of views and a lot of comments on that. So thank you, Omid. And if you guys have any questions, I want to help you do that. Let's see here. So Maria asks, my plan at night is to clean. How do I get away from cleaning? So let's see. So your plan at night is to clean. How do I get away from cleaning? Now you mean just, I'm not sure, do you just mean cleaning, organizing, right? How do you get away from it? I guess we all have to clean, or we have to hire somebody to clean, right, Maria? So I'm not exactly sure. You just mean just cleaning here. How do you get away from that? You know, when I talk about let me just kind of clarify this, Maria. And when I talk about waking up in the morning with a plan, there's the structure that we have to do, that we have to follow through, just the things, you know, I guess cleaning could be one, but always steal the time. What can you do that's going to put you ahead, right? Cleaning, that just maintains our status, things we need to do, right? You can either do that or hire someone to do that if you're in that position. But also the things that put you ahead, like, you know, writing a chapter of that book that you've always wanted, or go watching a YouTube video, whatever your special interest is, whatever, if it's working out, it's, I don't know, playing the guitar, I don't know, starting a business, whatever it may be, watching a couple of videos about something that is going to put you ahead more than just the structure, you know, of the day-to-day, right? So it's a combination of those things, which I want to talk about a question that Jordan asked yesterday too, right? So let me finish acknowledging you here this morning. I love this interaction. It steals your time. Yeah. Yeah, I know that's and so I'm going back to what Maria said, is that, you know, it's taking up her time doing just the maintenance cleaning. How do you get away from that cleaning? Yeah, I know there's a lot of things that, you know, we all have those things that we just have to do. You know, I'm guilty a lot of times of not doing those maintenance time things because I'm always dreaming about the next thing, which every direction you go, you know, has its benefits and its drawbacks. It's just, you know, is it getting you closer to your big vision? And so a lot of times having that big vision, chipping away, you know, is what you're doing. Instead of, you know, maintaining, making you feel good, is it actually leading you in a direction of some bigger goal that's going to take time, take effort, going 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. You know, it really starts with that vision, because if you don't have a big plan, then what's it really matter if you get more efficient or find a way to get away from the cleaning type of things? But, you know, again, everything you know, has its benefits and its drawbacks. You know, a lot of times what I found, Maria, is that when I don't do those structured things, those maintenance things, because my mind sometimes is on the big creation, you know, tripping up, not having enough of that structure, right, of maintaining it, that can trip you up where you can't go forward too. So it's always that balance, right? I'm an emotional cleaner, all right? So, you know, that's a really good question. It kind of leads into what I want to talk about a little later. So Maria talks about, you know, cleaning. And this is what I'm taking from you, and we all have our things, right? She calls herself an emotional cleaner. So cleaning takes a lot of her time, right? And she knows that it needs to get done, but it robs her of the willpower, focus, energy, and time that I'll continue to talk about. That no matter who you are, they're not unlimited resources, taxing our discipline, taxing, you know, our brain bandwidth, right? We only have so much, and of course we only have so much time. That are we choosing things, right? Are we choosing things to do that we can check off a box? Hey, what? You got to clean. Got to clean. Can't live around a messy house. You know, unorganized house is a unorganized mind, or whatever we say. But if we really think emotionally, sometimes we're cleaning because we are uncertain of what to do next. We're uncertain of our future. We don't feel totally in control. Maybe, Maria, that big picture isn't really clear, or we don't have enough certainty and confidence that we'll ever achieve it. And look, you have big goals in life. There is no certainty. You're never going to be 100% certain. I always joke around and say that if you can hover around that 87% level of certainty, right? 87% or above, and I just mean that figuratively, that's enough to keep on moving forward. Sometimes when it drops lower, we look for things. And again, in this case, what I'm taking from you, Maria, is that, you're this emotional cleaner that I don't know exactly what to do. I don't know if what I'm going to do is pay off, right? I'm not sure if I can do it. So let me just stay busy. And so we pick something, like cleaning. What? Come on, you got to clean, right? But it's not getting us closer, but it's making us feel good in the moment. It's giving us that sense of control in the moment. So at least we're doing something, even though it's not the highest and best use of our time in the big picture, right? So sometimes we choose cleaning, right, for that being an emotional cleaner, so to speak, as you put it. And, Maria, I think that's a really good point because I think that a lot of times that's what happens in fitness. And I'll talk about this a lot, is that, life is uncertain. I really believe that we're all, whatever it is we do, whether we want the cleanest house, we want a business, we want family, we want a great body, we're all choosing things to do or goals to be happy, and we're all different. We believe that if we have that body, that home, that house, that family, all of those things, whatever, at some level, hopefully at a high level, we believe if we do what it takes, work harder, and consistently to have those things in our mind, that we're going to be happy, whatever the goal is. A lot of times people judge other people for what they want in life. That's not important. Well, it's important to them for whatever reason. There's an emotion that they attach, and it's basically to be happy or to get out of pain, whatever. And we just attach them to goals. That's all this journey is sometimes, and I think a lot of times, again, it's uncertain. Are we good enough? Will it pay off? Can we trust in our process? Other people, will they come through? Right? That's the big game in life. The more poised you can be, more certain and confident, the more in control you're going to feel, the more effective and impactful things you're going to choose, because you're going to believe you're going to get there. Right? Sense of control. That's what everybody shoots for. The more in control you can feel, the more, it doesn't even matter what's actually going on. You're going to feel in control, and you're going to feel happier, at least in the moment. Now, is it getting you closer to those big goals that you want? Really depends on what you actually do. Are you choosing things like cleaning or going to the gym incessantly or whatever it is? Are you an emotional gym goer? Are you an emotional cleaner, like Maria is saying? What's that emotion? You want happiness, but you'll settle for a sense of control, and you pick anything, whatever it is. Even intellectually, you say that's not what you want. It's not the use of your time, but you continually go back and back and back to the gym, back and back to cleaning, or whatever it is, right? And it's not going to get you there. You know it. But it keeps your mind busy. The chatter going on in your head, the uncertainty from clouding your mind, it gives you that way. And a lot of us, I do that too, Maria. I have to just, keep, be conscious of it like this. And sometimes, we're not really as logical as we think. We're a lot more emotional. we are. That is definitely a lot more emotional. Yeah, I'm glad you found that helpful, Maria. I'll tell you, that is just a great question. And, for you, it's cleaning, but a lot of the men who I help through my one-on-one coaching, they have their things too. A lot of them, it's fitness, or it used to be fitness, that same thing. Takes up a lot of willpower, focus, energy and time. Here's the challenge. When you get rewarded for something that gives you that sense of control that really isn't piecing together that future that you want. When you start getting rewarded for it, so for you, it's that emotional distraction from life and its challenges, and it keeps you busy, gives you that sense of control, at least in the short term. And then you start getting rewarded for it. Like everybody admires you for how clean and organized you are, or you have a great physique, you have a ripped set of abs. Man, now you're in trouble. You're potentially in trouble because you could go actually months, if not years, of doing, doubling down, tripling down on doing this behavior that's dressed up as something good, but it's keeping you sideways at best. Me being a little bit older here, I'm at 56 years old in the fitness industry. I tell you, fitness is a lot of those things. I mean, guys want to train 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. That is a lot of time, right? And a lot of energy. Plus, it saps your body. Preparing to go to the gym, getting your nutrients and all regulated after. That's a lot of time vacuumed. That when you can't get closer to your family goals or business goals, or we all have our challenges, and you're not attacking those things, and you've got this vacuum of willpower, focus, energy, and time, man, years creep up. And so, like I said, I've been doing this for 30 years. I've been on the internet since 1997. I've seen my peers in fitness, and you can see where their lives are now. A lot of them still have the great body. I mean, if they're not on the internet, you don't really see them. But, man, it's a vacuum of energy. A lot of, could be, I want the best for everybody, but this is really about you. This is about me. It's not really about judging other people, but we got to think about that. And that goes back to a question that Jordan asked on yesterday's Morning Connection broadcast. He talked about structure. And this is what he talked about is the challenge that we all go through is that structure versus the mental and emotional flexibility, right? Because sometimes you can have too much structure, you can feel in control, you can get praised for your structure, right, and your discipline, but it's not getting you anywhere. Sometimes too much structure, time can go by and you really didn't pick the tough jobs, the big jobs that'll get you ahead. Right, so that was a great question, Jordan. I mean, that's the balance for all of us. In the past, again, I've chosen too much structure, and it helped me, right? It was basically decent decisions, but I always use it on a scale from 1 to 10. That 10 is that total fulfillment, you're in control of your life, short-term, long-term, everything in between, feeling good about it, where you're going, the legacy, what you're creating, the life year by year. 10 out of 10, if that's even possible, but that's what you're shooting for. In the past, that superstructure got me to that 6.5, 7. Right? It wasn't the right job, the right investment of my willpower, focus, energy, and time to get me that 10, whatever it was in my mind that I took the time to think about and imagine. All right? But I executed it, it did better than those. See, that's another thing. Getting that sense of control by doing a lot of things in your life, in your day, that gives you that sense of control, that short-term calmness or happiness, gets that chatter out of your head. That can be a dangerous thing for your overall goal in life. It's an emotional process that, man, you got to really have a lot of self-awareness to really, is what I'm doing the highest and best use of my time to not just make me feel in control and comfortable now, but get me closer to my goals. I mean, that takes a lot of self-awareness. All right. You could stay in that place, forever. And that's the same thing, picking out certain things that give you that sense of control. So getting that sense of control with things that aren't going to get you closer, that's going to be a challenge. You getting rewarded for it, right, by other people, they start admiring, that becomes your identity. Man, now you're really in for a challenge, all right? Because what you found something, it works at some level. It may only get you that 6.5, 7. And it's just never going to, just more of the same, more of that superstructure with actions and strategies, it's never going to get you past that 6.5 and 7 in life, right? Yeah, and that's the challenge, because that 6.5, 7, it's so easy to say, well, I don't have everything that I want, but I'm doing better than most. All right. Yeah, it's a really tough trap to get into. I see a lot of people into it, and that's what I love my one-on-one coaching. If you guys, if you are finding value in this, beyond the sets are up, you're finding value in what I'm saying. This is what I talk to with my men. I've coached men for, over 4 years. Every single week, we talk about your goals, your life. All right, so it makes you think about this every single week with me, but because we have our scheduled time on the same day every week, you got to think about it all through the week. What we talked about. The calls are recorded. Many times they'll say, "I want you to listen to this call 2 times throughout the week." So it's an intense process where you stepping up. That accountability with me, we're having you examine this, so you're not going to go 6 months going sideways, just cleaning. Right? So I gave Maria a lot of things to think about with the time that she's spending with cleaning. She kind of 3/4 of the way understood that it was emotional cleaning, but what's the bigger impact? Sometimes you need that objectivity and perspective. 2 people thinking about your goals every single week. I'm going to post it down below, about my one-on-one coaching. I'll explain the whole process. I've got a video. It's not just 2 people talking, right? It's a lot more involved and elegant an approach to get you to think about your life. I'm also going to post down below a way to set up some time if you want to talk to me. It's at talkwithskip.com. Talkwithskip.com. I'm going to post this down below. It's my schedule. If you want to talk to me for 15 minutes or so, just schedule time. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. So talkwithskip.com. So I went ahead and posted that in the comment section. That's going to take you over to my scheduler. Just schedule some time if you want to talk. If you're finding this type of insight, this perspective, how it can apply to your life, but not just talking. I help you, we together get you really clear on what that big goal is. So why do you have to use your willpower, focus, energy, and time more effectively and efficiently? Why must you plan it out? Why must you wake up in the morning with a plan to get through your day, but also the things that get you closer and closer? We got to have that big goal and have you emotionally connected. It's got to be clear for all this to really work. All right? That's where it all starts. And then every single week you're working towards it. 2 brains. One skill to helping people, men just like you, make it happen. All right, so Amid, how are you today? I'm awesome. Thank you so much, Amid. And so Amid says, yesterday I put my question in your question box, but I am still waiting for your answer. Hope you can help me with it. Amid, you came on to this Morning Connection broadcast just a little bit too late, because I already talked about how your question yesterday, an hour and a half later, I was in the gym and I did a whole Workouts for Older Men live broadcast based on your question. So you must have missed that. You can scroll down below. You want to know how many days a week you should work out. So I made a whole video and it's all over. It was posted all over Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, and right here. So I made a whole video for you, not just answer your question. So scroll down below, Amit, and thank you so much for asking that question. Too bad everybody else got to benefit from already, your question. Everybody got to benefit from it already, except for you. All right, so I guess I'll post that link down below, Amit. Yeah, so yeah, the distraction can be anything, that is for sure. All right, let's see. So Amit put, oh, yeah, thank you so much. And so, again, Jordan asked that question that kind of ties into today's message. I never know what the message is going to be. I kind of have a little bit of plan. So I love this interaction feedback. It's that balance between being structured, being disciplined, having a plan versus is that plan being stepping away? Is that plan, is it really going to get you where you are, right? It's that balance that we're all doing. You know, I'm about ready to, myself, I'm about ready to go into the tank, so to speak. I have my 12-week fitness transformation journey where men have already signed up. Going to focus on their fitness and a whole lot more. So that's 3 months, 12 weeks. And I've been really working hard on this. That's what my day is today, is to really work at that. Talk to men like you. I'm going to post that link down below. You may have heard me talk about my 12-week fitness transformation journey once, twice, 1,000 times, right? Right? I'm really passionate about it. Men have already enrolled over this last month, and we have 3 one-on-one coaching sessions. Work on the goal setting, this whole mindset stuff, how it relates to your fitness and your entire life, because it does all tie in. We break down the training. So, you know, Mid asked about how many days a week that he should train. And, you know, for you and your specific goals. So in that hour, you'll understand all the different strategies, all the different ways about going about it. All right. For you. So you'll walk out of that second phone consultation, right? That coaching session. Again, I do this with men all over the world or the phone. You'll know what the right training program is for you and why. And even why, you know, other fitness experts offer all those other opinions. You'll know why. You'll know why. All right. So, and then the third hour session is about nutrition. So I'm going to post that down below. There's still time, even though we start at the end of the month here. All right. So I want you to go to skipthecore.com/transformation. Even if you're at the slightest bit interested, maybe you've heard me talk about it before, fill out that questionnaire. I'll contact you, and we'll see if it's a good fit for you. It'd be nice just to talk to you. You're the type of person to watch my Morning Connection broadcast. It'd be nice just to talk to you. But you want to get in on that 12-week fitness transformation journey. Like I said, I'm excited because I'm planning on, you guys might see me as a disciplined, focused guy with a lot of goals, right? I come to you so often with my live broadcasts. You're benefiting from the information, the inspiration, whatever energy. We're doing this together. But I'm really planning on going in the tank for these 3 months and getting it all structured. But that balance, I want to have a good plan. I don't want to just jump to structure, because when I start locking down for these 3 months, I've got books that I'm writing. I've got a company that I'm starting that I'm excited to tell you about. That's coming up. Guiding all of these men who are a little bit older through their fitness journey. There's videos that I'm all ready to shoot, taking workouts for older men live to a whole nother level. I've got a journal that I'm doing for my guys. I really plan on taking over the top 3 months and all balancing in, my personal level of happiness and then taking care of my family, right? Continuing those priorities. So I'm going to go through a period of time where I'm just going to have outrageous demands on myself, gearing up, picking the right structure before I just jump into it. And so that's what I want you to come along for my 12-week fitness transformation journey. It's going to be that and a whole lot more. I'm going to post that down below too. One more quick thing, and I'll talk about this more. This deserves, maybe a whole broadcast, is that. So with Omid's question about how many days he should work out, I talked about it. It's that, we all have individual goals. Sometimes in life, we're looking for black and white answers. We just want that structure. We want to eliminate that lack of sense of control in our mind, right? Just tell me what to do. We might just grab an answer and just start executing it because we need that sense of certainty. We want to get to work. We don't like all this uncertainty swimming around in our head. And a lot of times when you guys are looking for fitness answers, even though we're all individuals, we prioritize it differently. We even have different goals. We have different levels of motivation, how many days a week that you even want to put into it, right? So it won't matter if I say to train 7 days a week. If you can't do it, then what's it matter? Is there another way for you in your life? And you know what? There is a different way, right? So That's what I love about this one-on-one coaching. And the men who step up to actually have this conversation back and forth because their life is that important. Because there isn't one black and white path in life. You can pick one if you want, and it can take that chatter out of your mind, but is it getting closer to your goals? Life is not black and white. It's fluid. It's situational. You got to make adjustments, right? And I had a gentleman that how I answered the question about how many days a week, he just wanted a black and white answer, right? For him, just tell me a black and white answer. He even said that my title was misleading. And I said, what are you talking about? I did answer that question. Did I give you your black and white answer that you wanted? Well, no, but he said, look, I go all over looking for these answers. Some have charts and graphs, some have science, but they never answer the question. I said, yeah, because there isn't an answer. I can give you you want an answer? I'll give you an answer. But I thoroughly explain, and that's life. It's not black and white, it's fluid. I know we want structure, right? I know the emotional part of it, and that's what Maria talked about. I have to deal with all that myself. But just grabbing black and white answers, just grabbing structure, just doing things, it's going to make you feel good in the short term, but it could be robbing you from what you want most. So that's the message for today. All right. See if anybody else, if you love this, you want to explore the possibility of going on coaching. Hello, Bat Myth. All right, guys. So that's going to do it. Sometimes, I came on this morning. I said, "What am I going to talk about?" I don't have a clear thing. Seems like I always have something to talk about. I hope you're finding value. Let me know. Post it down below. And thank you for joining this morning connection. Take on the day with a sense of urgency. If you're a little bit older like me, right, a lot of the men who come here, we got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Got to produce. Got to live. We got to enjoy. We got to pick the right things to do every day, right, towards those big goals. Reach out. Click the link about my one-on-one coaching. Schedule some time with me at talkwithskip.com. Join this 12-week fitness transformation and a lot more. Take action now with that sense of urgency. I'm here to help you. All right, so have a great day. I'll see you online. I think I'm going to be on Periscope for workouts for older men live in about an hour or so. Got to get going. All right, have a great day.